These are the two newest track saws from Festool, the TS60 and the TSV60. What's the difference between the two? And if you're in the market for a track saw, which one should you get? Both use the 168mm blades and can use the full range of Festool blades for different materials. Both have the new anti-kickback technology, which senses if the saw ever comes off the track and immediately applies a brake to the blade, which will prevent damage to your track and any harm that might come to you. Both units have the same new, powerful, brushless ECT Tech motor. And one thing that I really like is that both these saws can now go on the regular FS tracks, as well as the really useful auto-return FSK tracks. And now here's where things get a little different. Both saws will tilt all the way up to 45 degrees for angle cuts, but on the TS60, you can push this button right here and release it so that it now cuts up to 47 degrees. And then if you bring it all the way back to 0, you can push this button right here, which allows the saw to tilt over to -1 degree. And then the biggest difference is that the TSV has a second blade on the front, which is a scoring blade, which turns in the opposite direction of the main blade to eliminate tear out and give you the cleanest cuts possible. And so which one should you get? The TS60 is by far the most well-rounded track saw Festool has ever made. It has more features and more functions than any other track saw they've ever put out. And so it's a great option for virtually all things you would ever want to do with a track saw. Whereas the TSV, because it has that scoring blade on the front, it's a bit more specialized, specifically for working with things like melamine or certain finished products that have a textured finish on it, where you really need to get a very precise and very clean cut on both sides of the blade. You can still get very clean and very precise cuts with the TS60, but with that scoring blade on the TSV, you're at a whole new level of precision when it comes to cutting these types of materials. Obviously, this one comes at a higher price, and so you'd only want to get it if you really need that scoring blade function. You can also turn off the scoring blade function on this one and use it just as you would for this one for all the rest of the cuts that you'd be doing. And then for the times when you do need that scoring blade function, you can flip the switch and use that feature.